We're always told that buying a home is the smartest financial move you can possibly make. But what if that's, well, a lie? Today, we're diving into an idea that might sound kind of crazy, how renting could actually make you wealthier than owning a home. Let's get into it.
And this is the question that just turns everything on its head, right? It goes against every single thing we've been taught about building wealth. The idea that the safe investment of a home could be a bigger financial drain than renting? I know, it sounds almost impossible, but stick with me. We're about to break down exactly how this could be true.
For most of us, owning a home isn't just about money. It's a huge part of the cultural playbook, a sign that you've really, truly made it. Yeah, this has been the blueprint for financial success for decades. You get a good job, you buy a house, you watch your wealth grow. It's what our parents did, what their parents did. And it's sold to us as the one surefire way to build equity and lock down your future.
That really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? I mean, with today's housing prices, with interest rates where they are, it is more important than ever to actually question this old wisdom. And to find the answer, we can't just rely on tradition. We have to look at the cold, hard numbers.
Okay, so to really get this, we first need to look past that big mortgage payment and uncover the hidden costs of owning a home, all the money that just vanishes forever.
This right here is the most crucial idea we need to wrap our heads around. See, when people say renting is throwing money away, they're forgetting that a huge chunk of a homeowner's monthly payment is also thrown away. It's money that flies out the door and never comes back. It doesn't build your wealth one single bit.
So, what are we talking about here? Well, it boils down to these four heavy hitters: mortgage interest, property taxes, insurance, and all the maintenance. Let's be real. The only part of your mortgage payment that actually builds your wealth is the principal. Everything else is just the cost of admission.
Let's start with the biggest one, interest. In those first few years of a typical 30-year mortgage, the amount you pay in interest alone it's just staggering. Using the example from our source material, we're talking about $2,000 a month, just in interest.
And get this, that $2,000 doesn't even begin to cover the other stuff. You've still got property taxes, you've got homeowners insurance for when disaster strikes, and of course, the constant cost of fixing things when they break. And as any homeowner will tell you, things always break.
Yeah, this is a pretty standard financial rule of thumb. So on a $500,000 house, you should plan on spending around $5,000 a year. That's over $400 a month just on upkeep. We're talking a new roof, a water heater that gives up. It adds up so fast.
Okay, let's put it all together now. What you're looking at here is the total monthly cash drain. Using these example numbers, you add up the interest, the taxes, insurance, that maintenance fund, and the total unrecoverable cost for this homeowner is $3,000. Every single month. That is money you are never ever going to see again.
So, if owning a home means you're basically lighting $3,000 on fire every month, what's the alternative? Well, this brings us to the core of the whole strategy, reframing renting not as a temporary stop, but as a seriously powerful financial tool.
This slide just lays it all out, side by side. Let's say a comparable home rents for $2,200 a month. We already know the homeowner is losing $3,000 to those unrecoverable costs. The renter is losing $2,200 to rent. The simple math there leaves the renter with an extra $800 in their pocket each and every month.
So the whole game changes depending on what you do with that difference. The strategy is actually pretty simple. In theory, you rent a place that costs less than the total unrecoverable cost of owning, and then, and this is the key part, you aggressively invest that savings.
And to be really clear, we're not talking about putting that extra cash in a savings account where it's going to earn next to nothing. To make this strategy work, the source material is very clear. That monthly surplus has to be put to work in the market. The suggestion is a low-cost, diversified index fund, which basically lets you own a tiny piece of the entire stock market and let your money grow over time.
Okay, this is where the strategy really comes alive. It's not just about saving a few $100 a month, it's about what those savings can become over the long haul. So how does this all play out after, say, a decade? The results, well, they might just surprise you.
Just look at this chart. After a decade, the homeowner has built up a decent amount of equity in their home, and that's great. But the strategic renter, the one who's been investing that $800 difference every single month, now has a portfolio that has grown to be significantly larger. And the reason for this is one of the most powerful forces in all of finance.
This is the engine of wealth creation right here, compounding. Your home equity grows, but it's kind of linear. An investment portfolio compounds. Your returns start earning their own returns, creating this incredible snowball effect of growth that home equity just can't keep up with.
So, what does this all mean for you? For me? How should we really approach one of the biggest financial decisions of our lives?
Now, let's be super clear. The point of all this is not to say that buying a home is always a bad decision. Not at all. For so many people, owning a home is absolutely the right choice for lifestyle reasons. Stability, community, the freedom to paint your walls whatever color you want.
The key is to shift your entire mindset. It's about moving from a purely emotional decision to a rational one. Stop thinking of a home as a guaranteed ticket to wealth and start seeing it for what it is, a major financial calculation. The goal here is to let your head help out your heart.
So here's your new blueprint. Before you even start scrolling through listings, run the numbers. Calculate all those unrecoverable costs we talked about, the interest, taxes, insurance, maintenance. Then compare that grand total to the cost of renting a similar place and actually investing the difference. Let the data, not just the dream, guide your decision. And that's really the question we'll leave you with. By running the numbers and being brutally honest about the true costs, you can make sure that your home is a foundation for your life and not a financial anchor that's just weighing you down. The choice, ultimately, is yours.